They say time heals all wounds. But they never talk about the ones that bleed on the inside. The kind of wounds that don't come from blades or bruises, but from words spoken behind your back. From love that turns its face away. From betrayal that comes dressed as trust. You see, forgiveness. That noble, sacred word is easy to whisper when the pain belongs to someone else. But what do you do when the person who broke you was the very one who once held your pieces together? What do you do when the lie wasn't from a stranger, but from a friend who once knew your every scar? This is not a story about weakness. This is not about letting go too soon. This is a story about fire. The fire that burns when the heart is cracked open. The fire that whispers revenge, screams for justice, and trembles at the sound of mercy. It is a journey from fury to freedom, from bitterness to something bigger. And in the end, the question still stands. Why should I forgive someone who hurt me? Tonight, we ask, not for answers, but for honesty. Watch. Listen. Remember. Because at some point in our lives, this question will belong to all of us. The betrayal. Amara. There you are. I've been running around trying to find you. I practically sprinted back from the mailbox. Guess what I have? The results. The official bulletin from the Future Leaders Scholarship. Can you believe it? They've mailed physical copies and uploaded the final list online too. I already checked, skimmed, but I stopped myself before I saw your name, because I wanted us to do it together. This is it, Amara. Your moment. You've waited for this for so long, we both have. Come on, please tell me you already checked your email. No, I haven't opened it. I saw the notification hours ago, maybe more. It's been sitting there in my inbox like a shadow I'm avoiding. I know what you're going to say. That I'm overthinking. That I should be confident. But Faith, it's not that simple. Every time I get close to something that matters, something I've poured my soul into, I feel this tightness in my chest, like life's warning me not to dream too big. I can't explain it. It's like hope and fear keep fighting inside me, and I don't know which one I'm supposed to listen to anymore. Amara, you've been fighting for everything since you were a child. When your dad walked out, when your mom worked double shifts just so you could stay in school, you never once let the darkness define you. You've always stood up taller, even when you were shaking. This scholarship, it's not just about money. It's about everything you've survived, everything you've overcome. You didn't just submit an application. You submitted a testimony of who you are and who you are becoming. You deserve this more than anyone I know. So don't let fear stop you from seeing the good that could be waiting. Dear applicant, we thank you for your interest in the Future Leaders Scholarship. After careful review, we regret to inform you. So that's it. It's over. What? No. No, that can't be right. Are you sure? Let me see. I read it, Faith. It's not a glitch. It's not a typo. I didn't make the list. The thing I've been holding my breath for. It slipped right through my fingers. But you were one of their strongest candidates. Everyone said it. Your GPA is pristine. Your essay was phenomenal. I read it, Amara. It brought me to tears. I thought, if they don't pick her, then the world's upside down. That's the thing, isn't it? The world is upside down. And we just pretend it's not. Wait a minute. No. No. Oh God. What? What is it? Tony? Tony? What about him? He always looked like a model student. But you can't build a future on stolen words. He plagiarized. I saw the source. People like that don't deserve recognition. He tagged the scholarship board. He used my name. He accused me of plagiarism. In public. No. Amara, that is to be a mistake. Tony would never, this is Tony. You've been friends for years. You practically built your academic life together. He read my final draft, Faith. He called it inspiring. He told me I had a gift. He said, you make truth feel like poetry. I believed him. I trusted him. And now, he's dismantling me, brick by brick, in front of everyone. Maybe someone hacked his account, or... No. Don't do that. Don't try to explain this away. This is him. I know his voice, I know his writing style. He even referenced things we talked about privately. He knows what he's doing. He set this up. And he didn't just ruin my chance at a scholarship. He ruined my name. He painted me as a fraud. And the worst part? People are believing him. Why would he do something like this? Why now? Because people like Tony can't stand watching others rise above them. He wore friendship like a costume. But inside, he couldn't handle the idea that I might shine without his help. That I could win something he didn't hand me. It wasn't enough to see me succeed. He needed to be the reason I failed. What are you going to do? I'm going to fight. I'll gather every email, every draft I ever saved. I'll trace every version of my essay. I'll show them I didn't steal a single word. I'll expose him. The world will know what he did to me. And he'll never get the chance to do this to anyone else. Amara. I know this fire inside you. I've seen it before. And I know it's trying to protect you. But please, don't let it turn you into someone you're not. Who am I now, Faith? Because right now, I don't even recognize the girl in the mirror. The one who trusted too easily. The one who believed in loyalty and honesty like they were unshakable truths. Tony didn't just lie, he shattered something sacred in me. And don't ask me about forgiveness. Don't. Because in this moment, that word feels like a cruel joke. Then don't forgive him today. Don't pretend you're not angry. But when the fire burns out, and it will, I want you to ask yourself. Is holding on to this pain the same thing as healing from it? You don't have to answer now. Just promise me you'll ask one day. Forgiveness, what a delicate word to throw at a heart that's still bleeding. Believe me, all these will surely pass away.
Betrayal rarely announces itself with thunder. More often, it arrives as a whisper, a subtle shift, a shadow in a once shared light, a silence where there used to be laughter. In the delicate architecture of human trust, even the smallest fracture can splinter an entire foundation. But what happens when that fracture is not accidental, but intentional, when harm is not a byproduct of ignorance, but the consequence of envy cloaked in silence? Why should I forgive someone who hurt me? Is not a tale of simple conflict. It is an excavation of the human soul under pressure, the kind of pressure that reveals not just who we are, but what we are capable of when our insecurities collide with someone else's light. We will meet Amara and Tony not at the beginning of their friendship, but near its brutal unraveling. Here, on the school campus they both once called safe, the past and present collide. Words that should have uplifted have instead been used as weapons. Amara, wronged and defamed, stands at the edge of confrontation, not for vengeance, but for voice. Tony, the silent architect of her public humiliation, is about to be called to account. This is no ordinary argument. It is a reckoning between ambition and integrity, pride and remorse, friendship and betrayal. The scene does not ask the audience merely to take sides, but to enter into the messy middle of moral struggle. It asks us to confront a question many carry but few dare to speak aloud. Asterisk, what do we do when the person who hurt us once held our trust in their hands? Asterisk, as the golden light of the late afternoon filters over this confrontation, we are reminded that truth is rarely simple, that pain often wears the face of someone we once called friend, and that the path to forgiveness, if it ever arrives, must first pass through the fire of honesty. Prepare to enter the space where rage meets restraint, where guilt begins to stir, and where healing, though still distant, first begins its painful, necessary call. Let the confrontation begin.
The confrontation. Tony. We need to talk. Right now. Before I lose the last bit of restraint I have left.
Hey. What's going on? Are you alright? You look well, I don't know. Probably upset?
Upset? Tony, let's not waste each other's time with fake concern. You know exactly why I'm upset. You made sure of it. You wrote it. You posted it. You tagged them. You dragged my name through the mud and made sure I'd be left to suffocate in it. And now, here you are, pretending like you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not here to play detective. I'm not here to ask why you did it, not yet. I'm here to tell you that I know. I saw it. I read every word of what you wrote about me. She plagiarized. She stole. People like her shouldn't be given opportunities. You weaponized your words, Tony. And you pointed them directly at me.
Okay. Okay, Amara, slow down. You're blowing this out of proportion. I didn't mention your name explicitly. I was just making a general point. People copy essays all the time, and...
Stop it. Just stop. You think hiding behind vague language makes you innocent? You think that because you didn't say my full name, nobody knew who you were referring to? You mentioned my essay's title. You referenced the quote I ended with, a quote only you knew I was planning to use. You timed the post on the same day the scholarship results came out. You weren't subtle. You were calculated. You wanted them to doubt me. And they did. Congratulations.
It wasn't like that, Amar. I was upset. I was frustrated. You weren't the only one who applied, you know. I worked hard too. And when I heard people talking about your essay like it was the greatest thing ever written, I snapped. I didn't mean for it to go this far. I was venting.
Venting? You destroyed my reputation to vent. You cost me a life-changing opportunity, something I poured months into, something I sacrificed sleep and sanity for, because your ego couldn't handle my success? Do you have any idea what that scholarship meant to me? That was my escape. That was my way forward. My mom works 15-hour shifts at the hospital just to keep the lights on. I promised her this would be the year everything changed. I gave her hope, Tony. And you snatched it away and stepped on it like it was nothing.
I didn't think they'd take it seriously. I just thought, maybe if they had doubts, they'd look more closely. Maybe they'd see I deserved it too. You always got the spotlight, Amar. Always the applause. Always the admiration. And me? I was just the sidekick. The quiet helper. The shadow in your victories. Do you know what that does to someone?
You think you were invisible? Tony, I gave you credit at every turn. When I succeeded, I dragged your name into the light with me, not because I had to, but because I wanted to. I believed in you. I rooted for you. I defended you. Even when others said you were too proud, too cold, too competitive, I said, no, he's loyal. You weren't my sidekick, Tony. You were my friend. At least, I thought you were.
I didn't know it would feel like this. When I saw your name off the list, I thought I'd feel victorious, vindicated, somehow. But all I feel now is this sick, hollow weight inside me. I wake up with it. I go to bed with it. I didn't destroy your future, Amara. I destroyed something inside myself too. I don't know who I am anymore.
That's the thing about betrayal. It doesn't just hurt the person who's wounded, it scars the one who did the wounding. Tony, I don't hate you. I want to. But right now, I just pity you. Because somewhere along the way, you stopped seeing me as a friend and started seeing me as a threat. And that shift, that's what killed what we had.
Is there anything I can do to fix this?
I don't know. Maybe one day I'll say yes. Maybe one day forgiveness will find me, not because you deserve it, but because I won't want to carry this pain anymore. But today, I choose truth. I choose clarity. I choose to rebuild what you tried to break. Without you. I already submitted this to the scholarship board. They'll see the truth. I don't know if it will change anything. But at least I'll know I didn't stay silent while you erased me.
I'm sorry.
Sorry isn't enough. But it's a start. And for now, I'll walk on without vengeance. But also without you. Bye for now. After the confrontation, there is not always closure. Sometimes, there is only the echo of what was said, what was left unsaid, and what was irreparably changed. Echoes at home will unveil a different kind of battlefield. Not one of words exchanged in the open, but of emotions wrestled with in private. The dust of Amara's confrontation with Tony has barely begun to settle, yet the ache lingers. Betrayal, once exposed, does not vanish. It settles in the bones, in the breath, in the spaces we return to when the world goes quiet. The setting shifts from the cold open walkway of a school campus to the warm, familiar walls of home. But even here, safety is not automatic. Amara may be surrounded by love, but love cannot always erase pain. It can only offer room to feel it, speak it, and, if the heart is willing, begin to heal. Here, in this intimate scene, Amara turns to the one constant in her life. Her mother. Not for solutions, but for anchoring. For understanding. For the sacred space where vulnerability is not weakness, but survival. We witness the raw emotional aftermath of betrayal as it collides with the questions no one else can answer. How do I move forward? How do I let go? Can I forgive? And should I? This scene is not about confrontation, but reflection. It's about the quiet courage it takes to admit that you hurt, and the greater courage it takes to even consider the path of forgiveness. Through the rhythm of mother and daughter, we see the first glimmers of something deeper than justice, healing, not just for what happened, but for what it threatened to undo inside Amara. As the walls of home absorb her anguish, and the arms of a mother remind her that she is still whole, still worthy, the seed of forgiveness is quietly planted. Not fully grown, not yet ready to bloom, but buried deep in soil softened by truth. Now, let us return home, to the place where echoes do not merely haunt, but sometimes begin to heal. Echoes at home. I heard the door slam, and the silence that followed it said more than words ever could. Bad day, my child? Child. What's eating you up? It wasn't a bad day, Mother. It was a day that reminded me just how cruel people can be. It was the kind of day that chips away at whatever's left of your belief in loyalty. In friendship. In fairness. That sounds like heartbreak with a side of betrayal. Tell me, child. Unload it. We carry too much alone in this house. It was Tony. He accused me. Online. Indirectly, but so obviously me. He made it seem like I plagiarized my scholarship essay. And now, Everyone's whispering, doubting. I didn't even get a chance to defend myself before the rejection came. They pulled the plug on everything. I was humiliated, quietly. No press release. Just silence. Tony. You're Tony? The one who used to bring suya after study sessions? The one you said made you feel seen, heard, understood? Yeah. That Tony. Turns out, he saw me as competition. Not a friend. And the moment he felt I got something he didn't, he stabbed me with words. Words designed to destroy me quietly. Calculated. Controlled. Cruel. You know, there's a kind of betrayal that cuts deeper than others, the one that comes from those we let into our hearts. Because it doesn't come with noise. It comes with silence. It comes with the breaking of a trust we didn't think could be broken. That silence echoes, doesn't it? It's deafening, Mother. Do you know what it's like to walk down a hallway and feel 300 eyes on your back, but no mouths willing to speak to you? No one confronted me. No one asked. They just assumed. Because one bitter boy put out a seed of doubt, and they watered it with their silence. He didn't just lie. He built a narrative. And now I'm trapped in it. And yet, here you are. Still standing. Still speaking. That's something. The first time I realized people could lie about you and still smile at you. I was 23. Your aunt accused me of stealing fabric from her shop. She told the whole family. And nobody asked for my side. They just looked at me differently. I spent years avoiding family functions. Until one day, I realized her lie was living longer than the truth, because I stopped speaking. And so I decided to live louder. What did you do? I walked into her shop on Christmas morning, uninvited. I brought gifts. I brought peace. And I brought receipts, literal ones, proving the fabric was mine. I didn't go to accuse. I went to expose the truth without venom. You see, child, the truth doesn't always fight back with noise. Sometimes, it stands tall and lets shame unravel the liar. So you're saying I should just show up at school tomorrow like nothing happened? No. I'm saying you show up with your truth, and your dignity intact. You don't pretend it didn't happen. But you don't let the wound become your wardrobe either. Let your presence say, you may question me, but I will not question myself. But what about Tony? What if he gets away with this? What if no one ever holds him accountable? Life has a way of balancing scales, Amara. But it doesn't always happen on our schedule. Tony's actions are bricks in the house he's building for himself. But your response is the blueprint of the house you're building. Which one do you want to live in? I want to live free. But I don't know how to forgive him yet. Every time I close my eyes, I see his betrayal. It's like a shadow in my chest. Then don't forgive him yet. But start the journey. Forgiveness is not a door you swing open in one go. It's a hallway. Some walk it in a day. Others crawl for years. But every step away from bitterness is a step toward healing. And when you're ready, when the shadow no longer controls the room, you'll forgive, not because he deserves it, but because you do. Will it ever stop hurting? It won't stop hurting overnight. But one day, the hurt will fade into a scar. And scars don't ache every day. They just remind you of how far you've come.
Dear cherished viewer, thank you so much for spending your precious time with us today. We deeply value every moment you choose to grow with us here on Enemy TV, where our mission remains simple but profound. To reveal Christ and revive lives through inspired, authentic, and transformative content. As you go about your day, we want you to remember this. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are deeply loved by God. No matter what season of life you're walking through, be it a mountaintop of joy or a valley of tears, know that God is still writing your story. And here at Enemy TV, we are committed to walking with you, one step at a time, through stories of hope, faith, strength, and healing. This channel isn't just about content, it's about community. A family. A faith-driven movement of people just like you, pressing forward, growing deeper, and shining brighter in a world that often feels dark. Whether you're watching us early in the morning before heading out, during a quiet lunch break, or winding down before bed, our prayer is that each video speaks life into your spirit, strengthens your walk, and encourages you to become all God has destined you to be. So, before you go, here's what we'd love you to do. Like this video if it blessed you, it helps others find this message. Share it with someone who needs encouragement. You never know whose life you might change today. Subscribe and turn on notifications, so you never miss any of the uplifting content we are preparing just for you. Engage with us in the comments. Your thoughts, testimonies, and feedback could be the words someone else needs to hear. And always remember, Enemy TV isn't about perfection, it's about pursuit. Pursuit of Christ. Pursuit of purpose. Pursuit of a revived and abundant life. So, keep pressing on. Keep believing. Keep growing. And stay connected. Until next time, may God's face shine upon you, may His peace guard your heart, and may His word continue to light your path. This is Enemy TV, revealing Christ, reviving lives. We'll see you in the next video. Don't just watch. Journey with us. God bless.